Hi, it's Amajot here, and how are you today? My question is this: what does resilience mean? What is your definition of resilience? What does it mean? And I want to go back to the fundamentals of this because of the work I've been doing recently, because of my life experiences recently, and I wanted to share this with you in the hope that it's useful for you. If you're listening to this for the first time, my name is Amajot. If you're not listening to this for the first time, you know my name is Amajot, and you know that I will do whatever I can to share ways, methods, tools, experiences, invitations, challenges, questions that can help you to feel more relief in your currently stressful life, more ease, to prevent burnout. You don't have to go there like I did. And to create just more awareness in your life of what is already good and what you have the power to change. And actually, the reason I'm asking this definition is because you might already have a definition. I'd love to hear it. Pop it in the comments. But I wanted to, this has been coming up because I've been doing some really great work recently with some prison wardens in a high security prison. And we've been talking about resilience and what the definition is. And some people don't even know, they've not considered it, but they act it. When we start going deeper, it's obvious. It's about how, one person's definition, which I loved, was, I've been using it everywhere, is the capacity to deal with life. Like in its most fundamental basic way, resilience is the capacity to be able to deal with life and get up again. And the kind of formal definition, when I do this work with one of the resilience organizations that I work with, HeartMath UK, is HeartMath's definition is the ability to prepare for, prepare for, deal with, in the face of, and recover from. And the bit I want to talk from stress or challenge or adversity, that's the definition. And my definition of resilience is really, I think, is actually the art of listening to your body and acting on it. Not just listening to your body, but then acting on it again and again and again. And I want to talk to you about preparing for something stressful, something that's changing, something that's coming up, because that's what has been happening for me, and it's reminded me of what is possible for us. And it's like, if you're going on holiday, whether you're a frequent traveler or not, it's how do you prepare for that? You pack, you prep, you do your travel insurance, all that stuff, right? You don't know how that flight is going to go. Hopefully it's not going to crash or whatever, but you're preparing for it as well as you can. And I wonder how we prepare for other things in life. So I know that now, starting tomorrow, I'm really excited. I've got some new work coming up. I'm going to be working full time for 5 weeks, supporting some new students. And it's not directly related to my work, but actually I wanted to do that because there's space in my business right now, and I have to keep my business going. And so I'll do that work, but I never know where this stuff is going to lead. So things don't always have to be about what I need to be involved in right now. I go with, what do I need right now? How can I serve that purpose? And I'll let things develop as they need to. And I'm also coaching these prison wardens. I know it's going to be really full on. So I realized that actually what I could do is, the best thing I could do is have a couple of weeks off. So the last 2 weeks, I've had some downtime. I've done lots of reading and nerding up, as you will have seen from my other content. And I've been doing life admin, business admin, getting things done that kind of just needed to be done. I've been doing house admin, car admin. I've had some clients and closing off old clients and then starting new ones, just small bits and pieces, but I've really been laying low. I've been regenerating myself, re-energizing myself, spending more time with myself, because that's how I re-energize, knowing that the next few weeks are going to be really busy, and knowing that actually I can manage that. And what it's really helped me to do, because when I did my compassion meditation this morning, which I used biofeedback technology with, I was in a really good place. And what it reminds me of is of resilience. Like, I prepared for what's coming. There's change coming. It's going to be busy. There's going to be commuting. There's going to be, and I've been stressed out before. When I suffered from a lot of fatigue, I was really stressed out about travel, about commuting, about how tired I would be. If you've ever suffered from fatigue, then you might appreciate this, is that it kind of becomes about everything. And I used to worry a lot about being so tired. And I know I'll be tired. I know that, but I also know I'll recover. And what I did is I prepared myself for what's coming. So my point is, and I feel good. I feel excited and I feel good. And my point to you is this, is how do you prepare for what's coming? It could be a potentially stressful situation. It could be an appointment that you're, for health that you're worried about. It could be some changes that are coming in your work environment. It could be a good change. It could be a new relationship that's forming and flourishing and developing, but it's still change. It's still disruption. So how do you deal with that disruption? And how would you like to deal with that disruption? Okay, you might not be able to take 2 weeks off or be able to sync your day how you'd like it to, but what can you do? What space can you give yourself? Maybe it's your weekend for you. How can you prepare for upcoming disruption? Because that is what will build your resilience. It can be as small as 5 minutes, as 30 seconds as you want, or it can be as big as you want. And we all know we start to feel better after space, slowing down, time off. I certainly feel regenerated. So if you can't have a longer period of time when you know something busy is coming up, what can you do to have pockets of time in between? What do you need to help go through that change? Whether it's stressful or not, it's still a disruption in your body, in your system, in your mental abilities. You have to start thinking differently. I'm going to have to think about how, my health is important to me, my food is important to me. How do I plan my breakfast? Because I'll be leaving very early. How do I, what am I going to take for lunch? Prepping my dinner in case I get home late and have work in the evenings. What am I going to do? So how can I look after myself best? How can I do that? How can you do that? How can you look after yourself best, even in the smallest way? What is your definition of resilience, and how can you prepare for that upcoming disruption, whatever that disruption might be, and how can you then recover from it as well? I'll talk about the recovery in another video, I think, because I like to keep these as short as possible. So how can you prepare for the upcoming disruption, whatever that disruption might be? What might you need to think about differently, do differently, feel differently, take time out differently, whether it's big or small? I hope that's useful for you, and I will still try and be here every day. My content is still available on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Amajot@Amaru. Go look it up, go subscribe. I would love it if you did that. And as usual, thank you for your feedback on how helpful these are for you. If there's any content that you'd specifically like me to cover, let me know. And let me know your definitions of resilience. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.